The Nigerian military has repeatedly claimed to have severely weakened the Boko Haram sect and is eyeing an end to the conflict by year-end. Yet, the Islamics still show a capacity to launch deadly attacks. Attacks in Borno, Kano, Abuja and Adamawa are stark reminders that the group is still alive. This week's edition of the program takes a look at the December deadline. Hello there. Thank you for joining me on the program this week. I'm Gloria Umezuke. Since President Muhammadu Buhari assumed office in May this year, almost 1,500 people have died in suicide attacks and bomb explosions. Well, these are the facts. On the other hand, the military has claimed success in the fight against the insurgents. Well, no matter the divide you choose to follow, the military have a December deadline to prove a point. As part of that countdown, I have a guest to discuss the steps taken so far by the military on this. But coming up ahead, the federal government has insisted that insurgency in the northeast will be drastically reduced by the end of December 2015. Well, that is still under controversy. Take a listen. From the savannah plains of Konduga to the commercial city of Bama in Borno State, the devastating activities of Boko Haram is felt all over the area. The Minister of Information and Culture embarked on an assessment tour of some parts of Borno State, which were occupied by the Boko Haram militant group. To kickstart the visit, the theatre commander and general officer commanding of the 7th Division of the Nigerian Army announced the successes so far recorded by the military and some of their challenges.
Boko Haram terrorist activities have reduced drastically across the entire theatre. The insurgents have further been degraded as uncoordinated artillery and air bombardment within and around the fringes of Sambisa forest continue to lead to their surrender along their families.
Building on the successes recorded by the military, the Minister of Information and Culture announced plans by the federal government to launch a national security campaign.
Terrorism is terrorism, no matter what form it takes. It's not about Islam. It's not about the North. It's not about the South. It's terrorism, and it can come in any form. We will launch a national security campaign to create awareness and let Nigerians take possession of this war.
After driving from Maiduguri through Konduga to Bama local government areas, the Minister of Information and Culture addressed a news conference in front of the palace of the Emir of Bama, who was sacked by the terrorists.
I don't think we have any doubt as to the capacity of the military to meet the deadline given by Mr. President. But we must understand that deadline in the proper context. What that deadline actually means is that by the end of this year, we would have so much decimated the Boko Haram that they will have no capacity to inflict any spectacular attack. By the end of this year, we would have liberated every inch of our territory from the hands of Boko Haram.
With the ongoing reconstruction efforts of the Borno State government to resettle the displaced persons, the federal government's delegation stopped over at the largest internally displaced persons camp in Bama to commiserate with the people. Although the areas occupied by the militants in Borno State have been liberated by the military, the effects of the insurgency will remain in the minds of residents of these areas for a long time.